You're watching KCAL 9 News at noon.
An 11th grader at Long Beach Polytechnic High School knows more about money than a lot of adults, definitely me.
Braxton Greco beat out 20,000 other students to win first place in the National Invest Right competition. Braxton and his advisor, Barbara Fleming, are here to tell us all about that. Welcome to both of you. Braxton, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You get a round of applause?
No, only at school.
Tell me about the competition.
The competition was basically an extracurricular project through my AP Economics class where you were given a prompt and you had to determine 5 things that you look at when researching an investment and then write an essay about it.
Now, were you given a certain amount of money and you said, okay, here's the money, now what would you do and what's your long-term plan? Is that what you had to do?
Yes, it basically said with current economic conditions, what are 5 things you'd look at and what companies specifically would you invest in. So.
And Barbara, you're his advisor. You must be pretty proud of him.
Well, how I did advise him is I went to his classroom and I spoke to the classroom participants. So I gave him just general investment advice such as asset allocation, risk management, general definition of terms of stocks, bonds, mutual funds. And I'd have to say Braxton had the most questions of all the students in the class.
Isn't it interesting? But why do you think it's so important? Because, I mean, 20,000 students did this, but why do you think it's so important? These kids are learning right now stuff that we're still learning right now.
Well, I think it's a great program. It's being aggressively pursued by some school districts. Dan Adler, the professor for this economics class, is just a wonderful teacher, and he's promoting it aggressively. And Morgan Stanley looks to support it through donations through the SIMPA Foundation and through participation with advisors, speaking in the classroom with the students, and
Who did the judging in the competition, and how did they judge?
There were 200 judges from Morgan Stanley that participated, but there's other institutions as well that do the judging. I mean, there's 20,000 students that participate, so it was pretty much across the board of all institutions.
Okay, were you on pins and needles, and what happened the moment? Like, how did you find out that you won, and then what did you do first?
What I did first, I can't even remember. I know it was put on, it was to surprise us at our school. Myself and then another student from my school came in the top 10 as well.
Wow.
And so it was just a surprise. I was told by our counselor that there was going to be an award for the economics teacher, Mr. Adler, and that she highly encouraged me to be out there at the same time.
Did you have a hint then that you might have won?
I didn't.
Really?
I thought, because I figured that he was going to receive something, so I was just out there, just at lunch, like another day.
Well, I have to ask you, I mean, you're 11th grade, but you learned a lot. So what's one thing that you think you can teach us adults here?
You just have to stay interested in it and just continuously research and stay up on the markets, and then through that you'll just learn enough as it is.
Do you think you have a future in the financial world?
I hope. I can't predict the future yet, but yes, I would like to pursue a career in that. That's where I found my passion to be.
Well, you might have an internship now. You have a place to go, right?
We have a great internship program at our firm, so I highly encourage him to participate.
Yes. Look at that, and I said it on TV, so there you go. It almost has to happen
there.
What is your hope for this?
Well, I hope to continue to support this program. We have financial advisors in our Long Beach office that are working in a few different ways. One way is to go to some of the classrooms of the students that are participating in the program. And secondly, to be judges this next time around. I won't be able to go to a classroom since I'm going to be a judge this time, but there's other employees in the office that are going to, see if they can join Dan's class or other classes that are going to participate.
We often don't think about financing and investing as something that's taught in our schools, but it should be. What are the important tips that young people need to know about saving, even for retirement when they're in 11th grade?
It's so important, and that's what I like about the program. It's teaching some of the basics. I mean, and far beyond the basics as far as what Braxton did. But if you can learn to save and invest, those 2 basic things about money and how it works and how interest rates work, and just seeing how money grows, it's the best drug you can take. It's fun and it's exciting. And Braxton, you did a great job on your essay. I mean, it was a very in-depth, full essay that he wrote. So it's very good for the students to be participating.
Great. Well, Barbara, thank you for being here. Braxton, congratulations.
Yes,
congratulations.
congratulations.
Thank you.
I will have you doing my